Chatted with in front of people was about 17. So this is a little intimidating, but I hope we can get through this together because I've got a nice service plan for you guys. So my name is Kristen, and I'm here to help you all celebrate Jacob and his life, however short it may have been. I know his family greatly appreciates every single one of you being here today, whether you knew him for a long time or if you just met him a month ago. He made an impact on all of you in some way or another, and that's why you're here. Each of you brought a part of him home. Each of you brought a part of him with you today, and I'd like to help all of you get to know every part of him, all the sides you didn't know he had, and to reminisce about the sides of him that we all know and love. While talking to friends and family, I've come to realize why you're all here. He was an amazing man, and he deserves to be remembered in the way that isn't full of sadness, because I don't think I heard of one story yet that made him seem like a sad person. So let us share those stories together and find solace in the fact that he brought every single one of us some form of comfort. Jacob was a goofy kid. His main goal was to make his parents and those around him laugh, and he succeeded every time. He would be behind the couch while his parents watched him from the other side, and he would mimic going down the stairs. You couldn't see his lower half since the couch was in the way, so it truly did look like he was going down the stairs. He could even make it look like he was going down an elevator. His parents laughed every time. He had a knack for making them smile, no matter how goofy or slightly inappropriate it may have been. I only bring up inappropriate because I was shown some photos of Jacob when he was young. Now, I couldn't tell you exactly how old he was, but he was definitely old enough to know what a bra was. He stumbled upon one of his mom's sports bras and decided he would put it on and flaunt his stuff. He emerged with a white sports bra and walked the halls and posed for everyone who would look. One hand on his hips and the other behind his head, like a true model. The smile on his face was gleaming. He was soaking it all up, all the hysterical laughter and giggling, and the silly comments. He loved every second of it. He loved to make people laugh. Seeing someone smile or laugh on his behalf brought him great joy. And I'm sure a lot of you have a story you can share of a time when he made you belly laugh or cry from laughing so hard. Because I will say, those pictures in the bra really got me laughing. It's just who he was. He was a selfless man who would do whatever he could to put a smile on your face or help you when you're feeling down. As he was growing up, he was really involved in the FFA. For those of you who are anything like me, and I hadn't heard the FFA until I moved up this way, it stands for the Future Farmers of America, and it's for young aspiring farmers who want to learn how to be the best farmhand or farmer you can be. It develops a young person's leadership skills, assists in personal growth, and develops career success from agriculture education. He was always willing to lend a helping hand to whoever needed it, whether it was getting to ride on the tractor or doing the cleaning that nobody wanted to do. Jacob was a giver, and helping those around him gave him a great sense of purpose. His father-in-law Michael told me that when he started getting older and his body started to ache while trying to get work done on his farm, Jacob was always asking how he can help. Though he was very particular in how he liked things done, Jacob was always readily available to do what needed done, and took the scrutiny that may or may not have come afterwards. Jacob's parents had several acres to mow on the old farm, and Dad couldn't do it all himself, so of course he taught Jacob how to mow. First with the push mower, which he hated. Then when the wheel horse came along, he was taught how to mow on that as well, and how to mow like a true champion. He loved mowing the lawn and would do it like it was a hobby, not a chore. Aaron, Jacob's dad, was backing out of the driveway one day and noticed that the big propane tank in the yard was sitting a little funny. He thought, what the heck? Got out of the car and went to inspect the tank. He noticed a big black mark on the propane tank, and it was moved off the blocks it normally sits on. He went inside to ask if anyone knew what happened to the tank. The story then came out. Jacob and his sister Ashley went out for a joyride on the mower to play around, and so Jacob could show off his supreme mowing skills, of course. And he ran into the tank, knocking it off the blocks and leaving a long black mark on the tank. They thought they put it back so no one would notice. But Dad found out. Thus, this mower was dubbed Little Jake. Once he had his own house, Jacob was meticulous when it came to his lawn. He mowed all the time and kept his yard spotless. Naming a lawnmower after him probably inflated his ego a bit, but that's okay because his lawn always looked the best out of the entire block, so it was worth it. Eventually, after high school, Jacob decided to move forward with his education. He received an associate's degree in auto diesel technology. While in college, he frequently attended tractor pulls. Now, mind you, I also had no idea what those were until I moved here. And apparently they are very popular. And his family informed me that it isn't just tractors bouncing up and down after they pull forward. There's a lot more to it than that, and Jacob loved every single part of it. He was a member of the Northwestern Ohio Tractor Pullers Association and took great pride in what he did at these pulls. The people you may have seen today, all wearing blue, are his fellow Tractor Pull Club members. I'm sure he's elated that you all came today to remember him in all of his tractor pulling glory. At one of these tractor pulls, he was seated next to this beautiful young lady, Christina. I may not have been there, but I'm sure he couldn't take his eyes off of her. And before you know it, they were married. I didn't ask how long they were together, but the stories I heard, how she talks about him, and how close their families were made me see how they fit together like two peas in a pod. One day, Jacob was at work when Christina gets a call from him. She answered, and he said, "So, my friend has this dog, and him and his wife are moving to an apartment, and they can't take him with them. So I'm just going to bring him home, and I'm going to rescue him, because if we don't, they're going to take it to a shelter." Christina thought, well, we can't let him do that. So she said, yeah, okay, sure. On the ride home with the dog, named Dozer, she had to sit in the back with him, and she was terrified. Her words were, bulldogs are scary to look at, so I was afraid of them for a while. She soon came to realize that Dozer was the biggest baby and soon turned into their fur child. They adored Dozer and all of his quirks. Even both Jacob's and Christina's parents loved Dozer like their own. He truly did make an impact on all of their lives. Jacob has met Dozer at the Rainbow Bridge, and they're up there having a blast. Dogs may not be here for our whole life, but they make our lives whole.